Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. You can become wealthy from stacking silver and you can make a lot of money, but this video is going to be talking about the reasons why it's more of a preservation, a transfer from fiat currency to something that holds its value. If you're trying to get rich, quote unquote rich, that's more from stock markets, cryptocurrency, real estate. Silver is more of a preservation of your wealth because of the dollar deflating. So before we start, I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that. So let's smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new because I do post daily videos. But let's jump into this topic. So there is several different ways to invest into silver. There's the short-term quick flippers, there's the long-term stackers, and there's people that diversify into both. Now, depending on your stacking strategy is going to heavily reflect upon how soon you make money. If you're a quick flipper, yes, you're going to make money a lot quicker because you're flipping coins on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis, but it is a lot riskier, and you're liquidating a lot, where the whole point, well, for a lot of us, the whole point of silver stacking is to be saving the silver and stacking it, holding it for a long period of time as the dollar is collapsing. Now, why would we do this? Well, because silver is timeless. It's a precious metal that is growing in demand and the supply is falling. And this brings an opportunity for us to preserve our wealth against inflation, against the deflating dollar. This isn't new news. This is definitely something that's been going on. The dollar's destruction is on a very clear-cut path. We're $23 trillion in debt. We're oversaturating the market with more bills, and our financial system is corrupt and it is failing. So a lot of us, the alternative, and I use the word alternative because there is no solution, the alternative is precious metals. For example, 50-cent Walking Liberty half dollar could buy you a gallon of gas back in the day. Now, that same 50-cent Walking Liberty half dollar could buy you a gallon of gas today as well. Back in the day, it was from the face value. 50 cents could buy you a gallon of gas. Nowadays, it's not the face value. You could take that same Walking Liberty half dollar, go to your local coin shop, sell it, and you can buy your gas with it. So that shows how universally timeless and priceless precious metals are. Over time, the dollar's purchasing power amount is deflating, but silver holds its value. It holds its weight. That's what intrinsic value means. So as we keep stacking silver, we are accumulating real wealth, real money. See, our money used to be backed by gold and silver. It used to, but it's not anymore. And this is going to become something that a lot of people will be missing out on, because if you're holding $50,000 in a bank account, what you can buy in 10, 20 years from now is going to be nowhere near what you can buy with it today. But if you put that $50,000 in gold and silver, it will have held its value. It's like putting your money in a time capsule as the dollar loses its purchasing power. So, yes, if you want to be a quick flipper, there's some things that go along with it. You have to be, well, one, if you're a beginner stacker, I highly recommend only buying bullion in the beginning. This is going to lower your dollar per ounce average. It's going to allow you to start getting your hands on some silver, understanding which types of silver you like, just kind of getting your feet wet. And this is going to entail, this is where your experience comes in. You're going to really figure out your strategy and what works best, because everyone has different financial situations, different sources of income, different buying strategies, different exit strategies, exit plans, and no one has the same goals or strategies. It's very individual. It's a very individual investment, and you need to figure this out on your own. All I can do is guide you and explain what's worked for me and what I like and my strategy, but I'm here to do that in a way that you can reflect and in return figure out what works best for you, so you can make the best choices and the least amount of mistakes as possible. So when we're talking about real wealth, the dollar's worthless. Hyperinflation has dragged the dollar to the ground. It's lost 98% of its purchasing power. But real wealth, real money is what gold and silver is. Why do you think central banks own so much gold and silver? Why do you think that we see? This is the thing. The dollar is a promise. It once was used as lawful money when it was backed with real value. But nowadays, when I trade my dollar into the store clerk, I'm only giving them a dollar, which is a promise. It's how much faith is believed into this. And since we're 23 trillion in the hole, and with the way that our interest rates are, it's not getting any better. See, back in the day, when I traded my dollar bill into the store clerk or my silver dollar, I had a dollar's worth of silver inside of that coin. So I was exchanging a dollar's worth for something that I wanted, that I figured or I thought was a dollar in value. But nowadays our money doesn't work like that. So you can see how inflation can add up, and you can see how this can put us in a very, very, very bad state. So when people think of money, they're looking at it the wrong way. The government wants us, they want you to think and think in dollars terms, and wants you to obsess over the dollar, because then in return you're using their money because it goes off of a faith-based principle. But what if people started investing into solely gold and silver? That would put them at risk, at a very, very, very large risk, because then gold and silver is a threat to the dollar. That's why people don't want you, they don't want you to invest into precious metals. They would rather you invest in the stock markets or real estate, into something that's still pegged to the dollar. See, stock markets are part of the dollar because when you're selling your stocks, you're still in return getting dollar bills, but gold and silver is the money itself. So that can be a complete contender and threat against it. This is why when gold and silver are exploding, you don't see many people talking about it. This is why people try to sweep gold and silver under the rug when prices are rising. They'll still talk about how long it's been in a bear market, even though silver's been $50 in the last 30 years. People don't want to talk about that. It's because the gold and silver pose a threat. Now, the ETF side of it's an interesting standpoint because ETF stands for exchange traded funds, and it's like the digital way to invest into gold and silver. It's like a stock market version of gold and silver. And that can be useful, and that's more for if you want to be trading as well. But if you can't hold it, you don't own it. And that's the saying of the stackers. If you cannot hold your gold and silver in your own hands, then you don't own it. Someone else owns it, and you're basically borrowing it. Because if an emergency situation arises, trust me, you will not be able to get your hands on that gold and silver that's stored in some vault, or more than likely not even in a vault. It's just saying that you own a portion of whatever the amount of silver is that people are holding or that company's holding. You're not in control of your money, and especially for a lot of people that are here from the prepping standpoint, the SHTF survivalists, if you're here to barter, then that is something that you really want to make sure that you're taking control of, and that's buying actual or the physical bullion. There is a difference. Essentially, it's the same market, but there is a difference between physical bullion and the ETF side of it. I only invest into the physical bullion. I do invest into stocks as well, though. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Diversity is key. Diversification is definitely a very, very important principle to have. If you have all your eggs in one basket and that basket drops, all your eggs are broken. But if you plant many seeds or many eggs in a whole bunch of different baskets, if one of those baskets drop, you still have a whole bunch of other eggs with a whole bunch of other baskets. So diversification can definitely be important and crucial, especially as an investor. I do eventually want to get into real estate as well. I want to branch out. I love learning. I got into cryptocurrency, stocks, precious metals. I'm trying to expand my horizons, and I love learning anyways. But gold and silver are definitely the most opportunistic, most highly potential asset and investment, the smartest, safest for sure. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. Hopefully, I'll be getting my main channel back soon. It is going to take some time because there's a lot of channels that get hacked, and YouTube is a very, very, very large company. So it's not like I'm at the front of the line. I have to wait. It takes time for the internal team to figure it out what happened, but hopefully it will be soon. So if anyone is missing my main channel, I still am working on it. I just got in touch with them yesterday, so it's still ongoing. It's an ongoing process, so just wish me luck in that whole thing as well. But in the meantime, I will be posting on here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.